First, a big shout out to all those who have subscribed to this channel. It really has been 6 months that this channel has been active, and I don't intend on stopping anytime soon. I greatly appreciate your time and attention and wish to make better content as we grow further. Now, well, this fiasco could have been avoided if the Duffer Brothers and Shawn Levy respected their characters just a bit more and with less filler. On one hand, I can understand why they wanted to stretch out the exposition before revealing major revelations on the most anticipated final episode, but on the other hand, it's a question of, quote unquote, is this filler important to the narrative as a whole?
I don't think so.
In this video, I'll break down the controversy that's plaguing Stranger Things 5 Volume 2 and why fans are in such an upheaval. And plus, I'll be sharing my thoughts right after. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and that notification bell to be up to date on my latest videos, and without further delay, let's talk. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Ayo here of 4BZENG with the latest on Stranger Things 5 Volume 2, and also I'm going to share my thoughts on Volume 2 itself, starting off with the overall reception, and it's a resounding mixed to negative. Oh boy, where do I even begin? First, as a disclaimer, I do not hate any particular group of people who live their lives and uphold the law on a daily basis. I personally believe everyone should be treated with respect and dignity, and to stand up to those that do wrong against others. So back in 2022, Season 4 ended on a high note, to say the least, with Eddie dying, Vecna disappearing, Max kicking the bucket but coming back to life because of Elle, and then Hawkins literally splitting up into 4. Left us in awe with all the possibilities of how Stranger Things might end as a series. Fast forward to Season 5, and nearly all of that momentum slowed down dramatically so much that the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is currently sitting at 56%. The main point of focus is Episode 7, with Will coming out to all the main characters about him being not attracted to girls, which took 12 hours. I'm not lying, I'm not kidding when I say this. It took 12 hours to shoot. Now, right now you're thinking, why is there such hate against a character coming out? Well, I'd say there's 3 reasons why this might be so. 1, in my opinion, Will already had his moment at the end of Episode 4, The Sorcerer, when he finally accepted himself for what he is, that is, being different, which was the peak of the season. 2, and I mean 2 words, oversaturation. I will stay as a professional as I can by also being objectionable, but for the past near decade, this generation of mainstream entertainment as a whole, through a variety of vast companies, pushed for the representation of minority groups in their products, from video games, comic books, television, and movies, even at the cost of characters and situations and storylines that did absolutely nothing toward the overall plot, which in my opinion is quite superficial and offensive in itself, primarily because these characters are not written as people but mere lazy stereotypes. The question I ask people is, out of all of those characters, which ones are on the level of icon as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, or even Indiana Jones? My third reason is the suspension of disbelief was broken with the placement of the scene. What? So pretty much the natural flow of immersion of the story was broken, and the audience was just not having it. And you mean to tell me in a dramatic scene such as this, the writers did not include someone like Murray Bowman expressing a concern of a certain autoimmune disease that ran rampant in the 80s?
Everyone has
Or just a flat out, quote, who cares, we like you the way you are, gay or not, unquote, from a character. Also, onto that, the writers claimed that this scene alone was difficult to write, and once again, as I mentioned earlier, that it took 12 hours to shoot. And you would think that's a sign of something that possibly won't work and should cut it altogether. But what we got in the end product was a divisive reaction from fans expressing their disdain from all over the internet, including people part of the LGBT community. And the internet blew up with outrage, jokes, memes, AI videos, and YouTube commentary videos everywhere of people saying on how out of place this scene was. The writers, Duffer Brothers, and producers all knew that this will play out with countless articles criticizing the review bombers and haters just to minimize the concern rather than offering a constructive conversation. How would you feel watching every video on this channel only with this?
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Or when I discuss comic books and anime?
I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo.
Or how about talking about television and film?
I'm blackety black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, black, black.
Ultimately, it dehumanizes people and makes them look like a joke, and when that happens, people won't take their concerns or message to the world as a group seriously.
I'm only burning my half. It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
So personally, with all this, I'm in the opinion that the scene could have been written better with a more personal and family-oriented approach. Will could have had a private conversation with his brother Jonathan and his mother Joyce Byers, which would work given the personal nature that would have brought them closer as a family in such a critical time before the final battle in episode 8. At this point, I would say to redeem the character of Will Byers is for him to make the ultimate sacrifice that saves Mike, and that he should tell him how he feels before Vecna's demise. But that's my thoughts on this situation. My girlfriend and I already have our tickets bought and will be seeing the final episodes in the theater. I personally invested 10 years watching this show, and I'm seeing it straight to the end. I can't wait, so let me know in the comments below what your thoughts to continue this conversation. Stay tuned for my overall review of this season 5 in its entirety later this weekend. Until then, Happy New Year, Happy 2026. I will see you in the next video. Peace.
I don't think so.